Capricorn, this is your energy check-in love reading. We're tuning into the person on your mind or your current situation and the energy unfolding for you right now. Let's see what wants to come through. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Capricorns, please. All right, so your energy, the strength in reverse, Leo energy. Your person showing up as the Eight of Pentacles, also in reverse. They're viewing you as the Ace of Swords. What you're not seeing is Temperance card, Sagittarius. And the final outcome, advice, we have the Three of Cups in reverse. And we have the Sun in reverse. Really strong Leo energy here, but both of these cards coming through in reverse tells me that you're definitely experiencing some disappointment here, but you're not really letting anybody see that, which I feel is probably in true Capricorn fashion. You're not letting anybody see you sweat. The Sun in reverse is still the happiest card in the deck, but there's something that it's threaded with a bit of disappointment. And I feel like with the Strength card in reverse, you're building up your strength and your courage. You may be healing, but you may also just be feeling a little bit on the fence or a little bit thrown off balance here by whatever's happening. All right. Yeah, the Nine of Wands in reverse. I can see, and this might be outside of the relationship as well, Capricorn, that a lot of you're feeling really exhausted. I don't know if you're overworking. And again, Capricorns, I'm gonna say tisk tisk, be careful of overworking or doing too much, because you're definitely prone to that. And I can see that exhaustion is setting in for some of you, burning the candle at both ends, or maybe you're just feeling emotionally overwhelmed, or it's a combination of things. All right, so I can definitely see there's a sense of overwhelm, exhaustion here in your energy. You're viewing this person as the King of Swords, which certainly can be an ex. It can also just be someone with Libra, Gemini, Aquarius in their chart. So I do think you see this person clearly. Now, I do like the King of Swords, because the King of Swords is somebody who's, kind of posh, but somebody who's serious, somebody who's clever, someone who's intelligent, somebody who's honest. All right, and you're viewing the relationship as the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So there's a big decision to be made here. And that might be what feels a little bit exhausting, or, is the difficulty. Now, your person is showing up as Temperance energy in reverse. So I do feel like this could be somebody here who's giving you the cold shoulder, Capricorn. They could be kind of ignoring you. This person might be a little emotionally imbalanced right now. You might also feel like they're rushing things, or things are moving too quickly, or they've been a bit impulsive. All right. Imbalanced Sagittarius energy can be someone who, is temperamental, flies off the handle, but they get over it quite quickly, but they don't necessarily realize the destruction they leave in their wake, right? Some of you could be Sagittarius, Capricorn cusps. All right, and we have accept your blessings, Capricorn. Believe that the door of abundance is waiting for you. The clearer the goals, the quicker you'll get there, okay? And nothing is lost, all right? So know that when you lose something, try to remember that there's always a deeper meaning, that anything you lose comes around in another form, and no matter how bad things may seem, all is not lost, okay? And don't try to force any solutions right now. Not everything can be fixed. Such times you have to let it die and let there be a new beginning. Yeah, so interesting energy coming through for you, because I do feel like you have blessings and abundance coming your way, but you do need to heal, or you do need to take some time for yourself and regroup. And Spirit's saying, don't try to force anything. What's truly meant for you won't pass you by. And we're also seeing the call of the void. There's a candle in your heart ready to be rekindled. All you have to do is acknowledge the void so that you can heal properly. Yeah, so it's really about you focusing on your healing here. Now, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse tells me that this person, I think they know they need to do things differently here with you. They may be kind of reviewing all the time and effort that you've put into this connection. They may be patiently waiting for your communication or your decision, or to see what you do next. The King of Cups, this person certainly does have love for you, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. They do want to heal things with you. Okay, and we see the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, but it kind of tracks with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. It's like this person has all of this love for you, these feelings for you, and they want things to heal, but it's like, are they willing to do the work? I think that's the big question mark here. Are they willing to give to this connection the way you need them to? And the Ace of Swords tells me they're waiting for your communication. They see you as somebody who's honest and truthful, so they don't think that you're hiding anything, but they do recognize you're in hermit mode, which I think you are. You're doing that introspection, you're spending some time by yourself, you're reconnecting with source, you're reconnecting with your higher self. Devil energy in reverse. Yeah, because it's time to clean up bad habits, release toxic behaviors, people, situations. They may know that whatever's going on, that this has really kind of turned you upside down, or you're purposefully turning yourself upside down to just, I'm seeing like emptying out your pockets, getting that little sand and those little pieces of paper and the little things that take up space and, just kind of clutter up your pockets, right? So I think you're kind of doing a major review here. And they see you Eight of Swords. Yeah, like that you're in your head. They know you're in your head, and it probably has this person spinning out a little bit as well. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse tells me, again, this person is really well aware, Capricorn, that things have to be done differently, that they can't just keep doing what they've been doing. I mean, I think you've probably already, put a stop to that or put a kibosh on that. And but they're also kind of patiently waiting, I think, to see what your conclusions are, what your communication is, what you've decided. Okay, and we see father energy. So this person is showing up as dictatorial control and abusive authority. Now, obviously, Capricorn, if this is an abusive relationship, or it was, stop right here, click off. It's a hard no, right? But I also see here that you may have somebody here who's extremely stubborn, that wants things to be done only in their way. All right, and helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior, which is telling me there is a karmic lesson attached to this person. Because I don't know if you have a habit of falling for people who are very high maintenance, or you have a habit of falling for people who, want to step up and take the lead, and then they don't really want to they don't want to do the work of a leader, like of a true leader, whether that's in a relationship or, at work or what have you. So I'm getting, kind of self-centered energy there, to be honest. So I do think the purpose of this person in your life is to show you that there are certain things that need to come to an end. And I mean, they did show up as temperance energy in reverse. This person might struggle with addictions or bad habits themselves. It does not have to be drugs and alcohol. It can really be anything they need to get out from under. So Capricorn, they know that you're really in your head. They know that you're really doing this review. And the Lover in reverse, so they see that obsessive passion that harms others, self-destructive devotion. I don't think they see you that way at all. I mean, because the Devil is showing up in reverse, so they know that you're not like obsessed with them. They might be a little bit obsessed with you, to be honest. But what I'm seeing is that this person may feel like they can get away with things because they feel like you have unconditional love, or they're just that hot, right? And we see rescuer energy in reverse. So assumes the rescued will reciprocate, keeps the rescued needy. This is an interesting card. I kind of do feel this way. They feel like you assume that they're gonna reciprocate, which makes no sense. Of course they should reciprocate, right? In a relationship, in a balanced relationship. Of course, it's not like, oh, well, I paid $10 here, you should pay $10 there. But you know what I mean? It's like there needs to be some sort of commensurate action, energy put into this connection. This person may even say that, like, the help that you offer is a form of control, is what I'm hearing. I'm not loving this person's energy, Capricorn, to be honest, because I feel like they do a little bit of gaslighting. That's kind of what I'm getting. But behind the scenes, we see the temperance energy. They may be healing. They may be, working on themselves, getting some divine guidance here. Yeah, the Six of Wands in reverse. And this person's ignoring you, but they're spying on you. Okay, so like they're all up in your energy, but they don't want you to know that. And they do want to heal things. They want to come out of the cold. Capricorn, I'm getting a little bit of game playing here with this person, emotional immaturity, somebody here who might thrive off of drama, someone here who just may not have healthy habits in place, whether it's, emotional, mental, physical stuff. They might be an addict. They might drink too much. They might party too much. It just feels like they thrive on drama. Again, it's not super adult of them to be like ignoring you and pretend like they don't care, but then spying on you, like checking you out through, spying. 3 of Cups energy in reverse is a feeling for me here, Capricorn. You need to take a look before you reconcile with this person. This has definitely been emotionally draining, and I'm not sure that cycle is going to come to an end. We see the 3 of Cups, okay, and the Judgment card. So Spirit saying you really do want to make the best decision here, the healthiest decision for your happiness and your well-being. This person may very well be heartbroken, and I think they are heartbroken. But the energy I'm really getting off of this reading is like, Capricorn, it's time to really be thinking about yourself more so than this person. Because I think a lot of you've probably done a bit of, taking care of this person, healing things, making sure everything's okay, giving them a second chance, making excuses for maybe why they act that way. They had a tough childhood, or they've been through a lot, whatever it might be. But time's up is what I'm hearing. Okay. And, so negative, this person may have negative thoughts about you, which I did get with the Lover and the Rescuer. This person may think that the help that you offered was, trying to keep them stuck, which I don't think is true at all. They might also think that they can just get away with anything because you're devoted. And I think they're going to have a big wake-up call. They're in and out. They're back and forth. So this person lacks discipline and resolve. And there may be some sort of third-party energy here, Capricorn. So I'm having a hard time, making a case for my Capricorns and really giving this person another chance. But of course, you and only you know what has happened here, so, and how you feel about this person. But let's see what else we need to know. Okay, lost spouse. So this person, maybe they're a widow or they're a widower. Maybe they're realizing that they really could lose someone they thought they never, that would always be there. Vanity. I mean, seriously, Capricorn. Okay, and we get this person has integrity. Okay, well, that's good. And they are health conscious. So this person, I do think, is taking a good hard look at like what's really going down here. But I don't know. I get this. I have like this, I don't love their energy because I feel like it's left you feeling really emotionally drained, an emotional hangover, a lot of drama, probably other people involved in the situation, maybe even a third party. Like, it just feels like, oh, right? Like you're over it. That's kind of what I'm getting. But anyway, let's see. So their next future actions towards you over the next week, 5 of Coins coming towards you, putting in the effort, doing better here with that King of Cups. All right. I'd be very careful. I would really make sure that this person proves, that they've changed or that they're putting in the work before getting emotionally invested here or really giving them another shot. So let's see what Spirit's advice is. Discovery. New ideas, people, or opportunities may be coming your way. While there's still work to do to reach your goal, you may discover new strengths and passions along the way. See, I think Spirit's making a really strong case for it's time to look elsewhere. It's time to discover new people and new things. And I don't mean to sound glib or, just like, oh, whatever, this is so boring. But the relationship feels like you've gotten to a point where it is starting to wear on you and it's starting to feel boring. Like, this again? Are we still really doing this? Are we still doing the drama? Are we still doing the back and forth? It can wear on someone, but I also think too, it's like you're starting to get over it. That's the energy I'm getting. And it's going to take some strategy and planning. Your actions have taken you to a new phase in your spiritual evolution. Now is the time to plan and strategize for the highest possible outcome. Yeah, and some of my Capricorns, this is planning that exit strategy, but whatever it is that you decide to do, Capricorn, it's like just be yourselves. You guys are usually very, patient. You're planners, you're organizers, and Spirit saying it's time for new ideas. It's time for new experiences. Yeah, there's a lot of karma here attached to this person or this connection. All right, so my heart goes out to my Capricorns. I know this isn't easy. Sending you love and light. Take care.